Reverend Sherman D. Manning, the proud pastor of Yes We Can Worship Center, which is located at 5857 South Central Avenue, Los Angeles, California 90011, Suite 180. 5857 South Central Avenue, Suite 180, LA, California. We have services every Friday night at 7 o'clock p.m. My phone number is 213 377 8681. 213 377 8681. If you hear this podcast, please give me a call and let me know that you heard the podcast. If you don't want to call, you can send me an email. You can email me at shermandmanning@gmail.com. shermandmanning@gmail.com. All one word. SHERMANDMANNING at gmail.com. 213-377-8681. Please send me a text or call me and let me know that you heard the podcast. Donald is your president. What kind of job do you think he's done in this first 100 days of his Putinocracy presidency? Um, I think that he is compromised. I think that he is treasonous. I think that he is larcenous. I think he is a man who cannot be trusted. And I think that he's a man who needs to be impeached. And whatever you want to say about him, say it. Whatever you want to think about him, think it. So some people think he needs to be. I was talking with a guy today who think he needs to be. One guy told me today that he thinks Donald needs to be. I disagree. I disagree. I believe in nonviolent social change. But I do think that the Democrats need to get their behinds together and they need to unite behind a leader. Because this, as far as I'm concerned, politics, when it comes to the House of Representatives and the United States Senate, things of that nature, cannot be leaderless. It cannot be like the Black Lives Matter movement is. You know, that is a different kind of movement for this time, and I think it works and is successful on some levels. Perhaps many argue that on some levels it's not that successful. But a leaderless movement is just not the way to do politics, at least not in the current political climate and under the parliamentarian rules that our United States Senate has. So they need to find a leader. And quite frankly, I think that the Democrats are to blame for some of its own wounds, because some of those wounds are self-inflicted wounds. And we don't want to talk about that. You know, we want to blame the Republicans and talk about how no good Donald is. And, you know, two different things and two separate things can be true simultaneously. Donald is a devil. And he is a liar and a misogynist and a racist and a narcissistic Looney Tune. He is all of that. And that does not negate the fact that a lot of the wounds that have been inflicted upon the Democratic Party are self-inflicted wounds. Nobody told the Democrats that they had to try to cheat Bernie out of the nomination, but they did. No one told Debbie Wasserman Schultz, I think her name is, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. That is her name. And you know, I don't do newspapers and things like that when I do a podcast, like Limbaugh and all those guys do. You know, I'm coming straight from the top of my head. But that is her name. Nobody told her to be biased in favor of Hillary. I mean, the Democrats should have learned that it's okay to like Hillary. It's okay to want her to be the nominee, but you should not cheat and give her a cheat sheet, so to speak, in order to try to defeat Bernie, because they thought Hillary would have a better chance at beating Donald than Bernie did. Turns out that that was a miscalculation, quite frankly. And I am allowing for the fact that Putin did aid and abet Donald and did collude with him to cheat Hillary out of the election. And certainly I do believe that Hillary would have been a much better president than Donald is. But at the same time, I think that Bernie was cheated out of the nomination. Ipso facto cheated out of the presidency. I got to go for right now. Something has come up. I wanted to do a longer podcast. If anybody's listening, please let me know you heard me. 213-377-8681. 24 hours a day, call that number. Let me know you heard the podcast. ShermanDManning@gmail.com. Email me and let me know you heard the podcast. And I'll be back later on if I can. Remember that we have a new church. It is Yes We Can Worship Center. It's located at 5857 South Central Avenue, Suite 180. We meet every Friday night at 7 o'clock p.m. We will be having an anti-Trump rally / prayer vigil this Friday night. You are cordially invited to attend. If you heard this podcast, please email me, ShermanDManning@gmail.com, and or text and or call me, 213-377-8681. Be blessed.